Well, yeah, I'm proud of our guys for hanging in there when, just Coppin's a difficult team to prepare for the way they play, and we had a good stretch late. Just trying to get our thoughts. We think Juwan Gray might have tore his Achilles, so he's been a great player for us and a super ambassador. So it's thoughts are more on him right now. But we needed a win. We had played I believe it's the 32nd, 34th best schedule in the country. And we hadn't played in a while, so our guys were disappointed the other day. The effort was good. We just didn't execute great, and we're not there yet. We're still an incomplete sentence, and we're going to have to, try to get some other guys healthy and get them back, and just try to keep getting better.
Coach, with the clash of styles of the team, you have a Coppin State team that shoots a lot of threes. You all were more going after the paint. What were you all trying to do defensively and trying to adjust to a team like Coppin State?
Yeah, obviously, I think the biggest thing that we didn't do a good job early, we got to understand personnel. You got to carry that over. Who's a right-hand driver? Who's left-handed? One guy, 91% of his shots were threes. A big guy, 71% of his shots were threes. So, as a coach, I've got to do a better job making sure we understand personnel. We didn't play some of our bigger guys as much today because we end up having to switch every ball screen. They play without a center, so it's a little bit untraditional and unorthodox, but it's dangerous because of they have good spacing and they're they've done some really nice things. Juan's done a good job. They're a tricky team to guard, so it forces you to adjust your lineup a little bit. Conversely, you have to offset them by rebounding it, which we did, and taking care of the ball, which we did not. So we are still a work in progress.
I'll open up to questions for the media. If you want to ask Coach Skerry a question, I'll mute yourself and you can ask here on the forum.
Coach, it's Rich here from the Baltimore Sun. When you basically had, I guess a month off, how difficult is it to get back into the flow and get your guys going on the same page again?
It's looked pretty difficult watching the last couple games, Rich. I do really like our group's potential, and they like playing, and they work pretty hard. We're just not there yet as far as execution and who needs to play and when. And some of it's the COVID pause, and then some of it is, to be honest with you, Gibson's been out now. He missed most practices up before first games. Timberlake missed most of the practices. Juwan was hurt before this, didn't practice the first 4 weeks. So we've just been, we're not necessarily young, but we are new. But we're playing games. We're appreciative and thankful to be playing games. So now it's on me, staff, players. We've got to figure it out so that as we continue on this journey, that we put ourselves in a position to have success in our conference.
Do you think it threw Zane off a little bit playing the point today? I know it's something he's not used to.
So he played the point at New Mexico for us, and I thought we got a good spark from Cam and Jakai. I didn't start either one of them because I wasn't happy with their play the other night, but that was not vintage Zane Martin, to say the least. Moving forward, for us to have success, he's got to be a lot better, and he's aware of that.
Was there any concern that the blow he took to the head was still affecting him somehow?
I hope not. He looked like the other. It's still not there. I mean, I appreciate him kind of gutting it out. He hasn't been able to practice a little bit, but it's better the other day. That day it shut out. It looked like Rocky when Apollo bludgeoned him in Rocky 1. He just couldn't open the eye and see. So, this is challenging. We got to get healthy. We got to get healthy, and we got to test negative, and then try to get a flow going. That's why we're jamming in games. We're jamming in practices. We're going to get to play against Iona, maybe the best team in the MAC, with obviously a Hall of Fame coach and Coach Pitino, and then turn around the next night and play against a very good Morgan team. I just feel like we got to get that edginess to us, that consistent toughness, and try to keep moving it forward so that when the league hits and the stretch run hits, we're at our best. But being healthy would certainly be something I would welcome.
Obviously, the rebounding numbers are really skewed in your favor today. Against such a free shooting team like really stressed about keeping them to one shot?
Yeah, we have to. We haven't been as good as we need to be yet on the glass. And, like I said, you can't evaluate a lot of teams right now based on records, who they've played. It's just too unfair. All I know is that they've played well in some games. I watched the Duke game. I watched the Drexel game. They were tremendous against UNC Greensboro, one of the best mid-major programs in the country. So we were keenly aware that we could get beat, and if we didn't have a great stretch, we might have gotten beat. And thankfully for us, they didn't shoot the ball great from the foul line.
Somebody tweeted this was your first home game in 308 days or something like that.
Is that right? Yeah, there's a. Listen, I'm thankful for my players, staff, everyone, our administration, support staff that's helping us play. But this thing is surreal, Rich. I mean, don't forget, I was 1-31 and got hit with a postseason ban. So I've seen about everything, and this is just it's different. We just got to kind of soldier on and try to keep getting better. I know that sounds cliche, but it's reality.
It means a lot for us because we've been struggling recently. We had a tough 3 losses down in Connecticut, Mohegan Sun, and then we had a tough loss against George Mason. And for us to finally get a win, get over that hump, our mentality changes. Now we got to keep going, string along a couple wins.
I'll open up to questions for anybody in the media. Unmute your Zoom, and then you can ask Charles a question.
Hey, Charles, Rich Chair from the Baltimore Sun. You guys spent the entire first half kind of trying to claw back into it. What was the biggest difference in the second half that allowed you to get back into the game?
The first half, Coppin just wanted it more than us, and the coaches put together a great game plan, and we just wasn't playing hard. By the time second half came, we started getting it going. That's how exactly what it was against George Mason. George Mason, we were down, and then we got back, and we just couldn't hold on. But this time, the difference is we held on. We held it together this time.
I'll follow up. Just what does it mean to get your first win? Is it more a matter of getting regular practices and getting back onto the regular routine as far as getting on track this season?
Yeah, it's getting back to playing Towson basketball. We're not losers. There's not a single loser in the locker room. So when we went down 0-3 in Mohegan, we all came together and said it was going to happen again. And so when it happens against George Mason, it's really crushing. But now we just got to keep going. We can't turn back, and we got to keep pushing forward and progressing.
When you're playing such a free shooting team like Coppin, rebounding has to be hugely important. You did a great job today on the boards. Can you talk about? Did you guys talk about that coming in, about how this is a team that will just fire up the threes, and how you guys have to limit them to one shot?
The coaching staff did a great job putting a game plan together because that's exactly what they said what was going to happen. They was going to come in, shoot threes, play a lot of one-on-one. It wasn't going to be a lot of ball screens, and if there was, it's a ball screen, a fade, not really a roll, or a pick and pop every time, and it was going to be a 3 every time. So we really had to concentrate on long rebounds and boxing out after we contest.